Get your CGR shirts and glassware at ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Welcome to Classic Game Room for the review of Car Fighter on the mighty MSX computer. Car Fighter. Get there, get there, get there! Almost out of fuel, just gotta make it to the gas station, no! And I wanted some combos. Car Fighter. From Casio, released in 1985. Don't they make watches? Yes, and they're water resistant up to something. Let's take a trip back to the days when Casio made video games for the mighty MSX. In the first Classic Game Room MSX review using... Step back from the speakers. The Framemeister! This is what I've been working towards, kids. Crystal clear MSX reviews. It looks great, and this game is fantastic. Not to be confused with Konami's Road Fighter. They're so very different. Actually, they kind of are. Car Fighter is terrific. It's not a game you ever hear about. This one seems to take some inspiration from Spy Hunter and reminds me of Action Fighter on the Master System. And I'll warn you, if you're collecting for the MSX, you won't leave this review without wanting a copy. However, it can be extremely frustrating. Yes, I've made it from Los Angeles to San Diego. Later we'll drive to Dallas. Like a lot of games from the era, Car Fighter is merciless. You have to drive well and also kick ass while doing it. But always be wary of the fuel gauge. The slower you drive, the faster you'll burn fuel. And then you lose. You only get one life in Car Fighter. This game is way more challenging than it appears if you're just watching it on the screen. The controls are touchy. And this is just level 2 before the trucks show up. They really complicate things, kind of like Pennsylvania Turnpike Adventure. It would be easy without 18-wheelers trying to run you off the road every 5 minutes. Car Fighter, like most racing games, benefits from a good bit of memorization. It helps to know the road before you tackle each stage. But really it's the enemies that you have to watch out for. There's the irritating red cars, which take 3 hits from your gun to destroy, or 1 bomb. The super irritating and aggressive green cars, which try to crash right into you. You can drop bombs by pushing straight back on your joystick, or left and right, and throw them off to the sides. You'll learn quickly that the enemy cars will avoid them. Your gun is terribly useless, although it shoots in 4 directions, and if you noticed that when you pull over for gas, the enemy cars will still try to ram you and knock you out of the fuel station, and you don't have reverse. Your supercar with the guns doesn't have a reverse gear. You can't even make a U-turn. Come on! You'll take 3 bombs to wipe out those annoying tankers. If you touch them, you're destroyed instantly. As I kept playing Car Fighter over and over and over again, this game is highly addictive. I found that in many cases, it's easier to just try to pass those tankers, and make sure to give them the finger while you do that. By level 4, they'll start dropping explosives in front of you, so this game really does start to resemble PA Turnpike Adventure at some point. Except without the potholes and deer running into the middle of the road. And the constant work zones. But clearly Casio wasn't as sadistic as the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. Level 4 is actually harder than level 5, but this is the point when Car Fighter stops being polite and starts getting death-tastic. It's a great game, but be careful not to throw your MSX controllers. They do cost a couple bucks to replace. And Car Fighter isn't all that inexpensive either. I've got a classic game room shout out and thank you going to Ahmed from Springfield Gardens once again. Thank you for the MSX and this terrific game, Car Fighter. I'm having a lot of fun with this one, and Road Fighter is good too. He also sent that, so thank you, Alpharoid from New York. And keep watching these MSX reviews, they're a lot of fun. I still haven't made it through level 6. I think they removed all the gas stations, which makes it really challenging. This game is punishing, but it's fun, it's colorful, it's a good time. It's Car Fighter from Casio. Highly recommended for your MSX computer. I don't think it's on anything else though. Not even the Vectrex, and that's a shame, because Car Fighter should be enjoyed by all. If you're going to buy the game anyway, buy it through ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Now prepare for the Lord Carnage Club, where I celebrate these backers on Patreon by shouting their name in a volcano! Derek Langley. Beer is the trick. Stephen Chucknick. From New Jersey. Michael Fernandez. People not named Michael Fernandez aren't Michael Fernandez. Al Stiver. Jason from British Columbia. Philip Strabenmuller from Vienna, Austria. Cue the thunder. Jeff, Captain Dauntless, Breyer. Cue the lava. I don't know what lava sounds like. It sounds like this. Jack Stavris from Australia. Ohad Kane, Master of Thunder. Chip Sankvale, Fighter of Space Bees! Woo! Rick DeBarros gets the extra disco. Michael and Ariana Nelson! Fighters of the future! That's enough disco, because now it's time to shout, Busy Signal! That's right, and keep the volume loud and the party rocking for Sean Zoltek. Really? No. Sean Zoltek! Sergio Matthias Hergert! Tubular. Will.